Hello, Noonan, friends and family. It's me, Grandpa Paw, or as my grandson Harold calls me, Grandpa Pee-Pee. And welcome to the backyard. It's one of my favorite places to go when the old wife is yapping and the grandchildren are snapping. Today we got a very special thing for all of you. We're going to be reading chapter 1 of Ellis Crook's Senoia Boy. Senoia Boy. Senoia Boy. It rhymes. Senoia Boy. Senoia Boy. And I'm very excited to have you here today. I've known Ellis Crook since I was just a wee little lad. He was like a father figure to me. That must have been back in, 16, 17, 18. It was a while ago. I do want to let y'all know that my grandson sent me a present that I wanted to show off to all of y'all. You see, I'm a very patriotic man. If Ellis Crook taught me anything, it's that we gotta love the place we come from. And one of the places that I come from is Senoia. That's one of the places. The other place I come from in a greater sense is the United States of America. And I'm very proud to be in the United States of America. I love that even though we sometimes fight each other, at the end of the day, we all come together, all different types of colors and sizes, and we create a rainbow of diversity. So thank you so much to Harold for giving me this We Love America hat. Very proud to be wearing that today. Now, I have not proofread none of this book. I got this book as a gift a little while ago, and I thought I'm gonna save this and I'm gonna talk about it on the internet, so everybody can on the TikToks. You see, it's funny because y'all know that it's called TikTok, but I, as an elderly man, called it the wrong name. So it's funny to call it TikTok or like face tweet and things like that. That's a funny joke. And it's not being done enough. I think there needs to be more jokes that are mispronouncing the name of social medias. So we have not looked through Senoia Boy by Ellis Crook, edited by Angela McRae. So this will be the first time in all the times we've ever sat down and we've gone through this book. Now, I am aware that there is a foreword, and then there's a why I wrote this book. So we're going to give you the foreword today, and then we're going to jump into chapter 1, why I wrote this book. Is it going to be real long? I don't know, but Grandpa Pee-Pee's got a lot of time on his hands, so he ain't got a problem sitting there reading a book. Are y'all ready? Foreword by SAS board member and nephew Hal Sewell. Most of us usually see Ellis Crook as his place of business. We've seen him there for many, many years, much like his father, Aubrey Lee Crook, before him. We therefore think of him as a businessman. In addition to his successful business operations, he is a family man and a man of faith. In addition to his immediate family, he has quietly provided assistance to other relatives and non-relatives over the years. He has also employed countless individuals over the years, most of whom have benefited significantly from their work relationship with Ellis, including his strong work ethic and his focus on the customer. Ellis Crook does like them customers. Without the customers, there ain't the businesses. So you gotta like the customers. I can honestly say that I've known Ellis Crook for my entire life. I was probably first introduced to him at some type of family gathering because Ellis is my uncle, the youngest brother of my mother, Edith Crook Sewell. Yes, my mother was a crook. We got our first crook joke. Look at that. It took like a half a paragraph or two. 1.5 paragraphs. I learned paragraphs. Even though we're related, I believe I've seen him from the same perspective as others who have known him well. I've even had difficulty, like some of you, in comprehending what Uncle Ellis is saying. Well, I've never had trouble understanding what Uncle Ellis is saying. I speak Ellis. His speech is sometimes faster than my brain wants to process, but he usually gets his point across. Bottom line, he's an amazing individual who has truly had his ups and downs. Still, he has persevered while helping others and giving back to make a positive difference. Ellis's father, Aubrey Lee Crook, sold Ellis to family businesses Crook's Food Mart in 1960. 1960, that's when I had my Little League home run derby. And I did a double. It was a small grocery store with narrow eyes where the hit and run convenience store is now located. After operating the food mart, working many hours every day, Ellis wanted to fulfill his vision of having a larger, more modern grocery store for the people in the Senoia area. This vision became a reality when what is now Crook's Marketplace was opened in 1981, which is now Crook's Liquor and Crook's other things that hide in the very back of the space. That's not an official title, but I've learned that if you go into the Crook's liquor store and you go in the very back room, there's other stuff back there. Can you take it? I don't think so, but there's stuff back there. What many people don't realize is the huge gamble that Ellis took in pursuing his dream. Senoia was not thriving in 1981 like it has been more recently. People were moving away and working elsewhere. The downtown area had been drying up for quite some time. I remember talking in the 1970s with my family, father, Ray Shewell, about taking over his general merchandise store. He showed me his books and discouraged me from following in his footsteps. As Ellis' daughter, Cheryl Crook Thompson, pointed out in a Facebook post in February of 2020, her mother, Ellis' wife, Pat Yarbo Crook, also believed in Ellis' dream enough that she gave him all her money to invest in this venture, and she agreed to let him mortgage everything. How long is this forward? My goodness. That's longer than like the whole book. My goodness. You know what? We're going to hop into chapter 1. We're going to get right into the soul of Ellis Crook. And I appreciate everything you're saying there, so well. But that's a lot of things you're saying, and it's time to move on. So we're going to move on. So thank you for forewarning us. Why I wrote this book. This is from the perspective of Mr. Ellis Crook. Many years ago now, the Senoia Area Historical Society held one of its popular progressive dinners, where homeowners in the historic district host a course for the evening's meal, and diners move from house to house while eating salads, the main course, desserts, and so on. I don't know what so on means, because you usually stop after dessert, so is there like a second dessert that they ain't been telling us about? Whoa. While getting to see the inside of these sometimes newly renovated homes. One year, I attended the progressive dinner and ended up seated in a small den behind the kitchen during the dessert course. My daughter had been looking for me and discovered about 20 folks gathered around while I told tales about my younger days and how Senoia used to be. Senoia has seen a lot of new people moving to town in recent years, and I have been amazed to learn that even they like hearing about Senoia's history, sometimes more than the people who have lived here all their lives. I've also looked around and realized that I'm one of the few still living who experienced or heard these stories firsthand. Well, me and you are. You and Grandpa Pee-Pee, we're there firsthand. With this memoir, I have not intended to write a history of the town or even a chronological account of my life. Instead, I just sit down in that den with me as I tell you some stories. I hope you'll appreciate hearing them as told by this Senoia boy. Senoia can be pronounced in 3 different ways. Tourists say Senoia. Transplants say Senoia. Locals say Senoia. Rhymes with boy. Any way you say it, it's home to me. All that is written in this book is solely my own recollection to the best of my ability. Most everyone alive at the time of many of these events is no longer here. Well, 2 of us. So there's not many to dispute me. About the cover art. I gave each of my children this picture of me at about 5 years of age, standing in a cotton field with a cotton sack and a straw hat. I told them I'd be better see that picture hanging in a prominent place wherever I visited so they would never forget where they came from and might have to go back to if they didn't work hard. Ellis Crook, around 5 years old, picking cotton. There he is. There he is. Ellis Crook with his parents. Photo courtesy of Senoia. That's chapter 1 in the foreword. We're very excited to tell you the whole tale. You just gotta tune in to Grandpa Pee-Pee, and Grandpa Pee-Pee will tell you all about Senoia boy, Ellis Crook. But for now, love y'all. Do something nice for somebody you've never met, and do something bad to somebody you've known for a long time.